Stand by to say hello in 3, 2, 1. Hello again, fans. Welcome to another edition of Motor City Wrestling. I'm your host, Coach Kurt. The man in control of the control room is Chuck Riffenberg, and we've got an exciting program ahead for you. Steve Clark, who watches us Saturday nights on CTV 11 in Southfield, Michigan, writes, I notice on January the 24th at the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Mike Anthony. Parents, before you dial. In the 1993 MCW fan poll, there were 6 nominees for #1 single star. 3 wrestlers received write-in votes, and MCW champion Punisher Rock Stevens, with 335 or 57% of the 587 fan ballots cast, was the winner. Previous 2-time winner Irish Mickey Doyle placed second. He had 208 votes or 35%. Nobody else came close. As Precious Paul observed, the Punisher took the title from Doyle on the 4th of July at Ladbroke DRC and dominated the promotion for the rest of the year. That was Precious Paul's commentary, and let's take a look at how the Punisher won the belt from Doyle at Ladbroke.
He is the Punisher, Rock Stevens. He is accompanied by his manager, the Boz. Now, I know a year ago you guys went at Irish Mickey Doyle at Fraser, where falls counted anywhere, and you put him in the hospital.
Well, let me tell you something. Fraser, that was just the beginning. We brought a little reminder for Doyle. Doyle, this is going to be worse.
And ladies and gentlemen, here is the unified Motor City Wrestling champion from St. Clair Shores, Michigan. He weighs in at 220 1/2 pounds, Irish Mickey Doyle. The Boz and the Punisher, if you watched past last weekend, you know that they stole the belts. They've got to give them back before this title match can start. Doyle has all 3 of his titles now, the North American, the Can-Am, and the MCW television title. So all 3 of these, I believe, are on the line in this match. Your referee is A.T. Huck. The commissioner, thank goodness, is back ringside. You keep your distance, bud. Huck.
Give me a war, Doyle. Give me a war.
Huck. Hurry up.
Hey, watch your hands on my man.
Hey, old man, I hope you're ready.
All right, we're underway. Last year, if you're a Motor City Wrestling fan and you watch us on Continental Cablevision, you know that the Punisher put Doyle in the hospital after a 25-minute main event in Fraser where falls counted anywhere in the building. Shoulder surgery. Doyle got the dispensation with the title situation, mainly because it was a falls count anywhere match, so his injury occurred actually on the floor. He's back. He's better than ever, frankly, with the title defenses he's had lately, including a match at Cobo Arena for WCW in June.
And Doyle was off of wrestling for a whole year, darn near an entire year, but Mickey Doyle is a tremendous champion. He's back, he's hungry as ever, and he's got a whole lot of big score to settle with the gentleman, the Punisher.
Not only that, if you're late arriving here at Ladbroke, wrestling fans, we want to tell you that last night in Jackson Center, Ohio, Doyle defeated the TV champion, Spartan Greg Bobchick. Bobchick's bicep was ruptured in that match. That's why he's not wrestling today. So Doyle has all 3 of the belts.
I tell you, and Doyle's got his hands full because Punisher looks as mean as I've ever seen him. Doyle's got the great skill. He's a veteran. He's got more savvy than Stevens. He's not as big and strong, but he's been a tremendous champion for Motor City Wrestling, and he will not give up any of these belts very easily.
A nice drop kick by Doyle, taking the bigger man down. That's what you got to do, is keep the big man off his feet. And there is that left-handed fist drop at Doyle's. In my mind, it's the best in Great Lakes wrestling.
No, there's no doubt about it. He is a tremendous person at figuring out what damages his opponent the most, and that fist on the drop to the head is as good as any move I've seen.
Boy, Doyle measured his man and waited for him to get back up so he could put the brunt in, but I think he might have hurt that shoulder of his.
It was weekend. It's only been a year since that major surgery. You know, things take time to heal, time to recover. He's had a handful of matches since then. He's looked good, he's hungry, and he's got a lot to prove tonight.
Short count on that one. We should also point out, wrestling fans, as this is the first time that the Boz has ever accompanied the Punisher ringside. He's been just negotiating contracts, but for the first time ever, we see him at ringside, and I don't know what that means.
I think it means trouble for Mickey Doyle. Is he licensed to be a man? Is he a licensed manager now?
Well, the commissioner is out here. The Boz is a licensed manager, correct?
Yes, he is.
And I might just buy the MCW when I'm done.
Oh, please. Here we go. He's going to be one of those type of managers, one of those mouthy kind of guys.
I thought we already had one of those in the Gypsy.
The Gypsy can't hold a candle to us.
Well,
The Gypsy is just a cheap remnant of a manager.
I can't disagree with him on that
Maybe
one.
I do like this guy after all.
Doyle controlling the match in the corner against the Punisher, whose eye black is beginning to wear off. Doyle misses and posts himself, and he's hung up on top.
And that exposes his back. His back has been exposed wide open to the Punisher, and he took his shots at him.
Now the Punisher lifts his man up and brings him down, and the Boz obviously has done the homework. Big elbow drop by the Punisher. He keeps telling him, work on the shoulder, work on the shoulder. We get a 2 count. And Doyle is able to kick out. So Doyle had the advantage early, but Punisher coming back now.
And Doyle's got his work cut out for him. Punisher looks mean as ever. And, oh no, don't get him up in this. Don't get him up in this one.
Pile driver, sit-down variety, and Doyle's neck has snapped again. We get a 2 count, but Doyle has the presence of mind to drape his foot across the bottom rope. And now the Punisher can, you know, it all stems from that move that Doyle made off the top turnbuckle where he did catch his man, but I think he jammed that shoulder again.
He did. There's no 2 ways about it. He is less than 100% now. You continue to hear the Boz telling the Punisher, stay on the shoulder, stay on the shoulder. But I tell you what, Mickey Doyle is one of the best wrestlers around at absorbing punishment and fighting with pain. And he's not going to give up these belts very easily.
The Punisher now takes Doyle, whips him across to the far turnbuckle, misses the charge, and jams his own left shoulder.
Turnaround fair play right now. The Punisher is hurting because he had a tremendous amount of steam going into that corner, and Doyle waited to the very last second. Some guys duck out too early, not Doyle.
Doyle with a nice left combination, maybe not legal, but certainly effective. He's working on the weak point, which I think is the head. And drops that knee right down. 4.5 minutes are gone in this match. Remember, everything's a 10-minute time limit. We went to the 10-minute time limit in the tag match earlier. Referee Huck is checking both the competitors that appear a bit winded in this heat and humidity.
They do, and it's up to the Punisher to pick up the pace because he's got to pin Mickey Doyle to get any of these belts, and he's got the 10 minutes. He's got half that now, and he's the one that the onus is on to pin Doyle. Doyle just needs to survive.
Doyle did get the 2 count there before the Punisher powered out. 5 minutes have expired in this match. 5 minutes remain. And now time becomes the ally of the champion if he can hang on, as you just alluded to.
But Doyle is not the type of guy that'll just try to survive. He owes a great deal to the Punisher, and I think he'd love to pay him back right here at Ladbroke DRC.
Well, we saw the situation develop over the last year between these two. Punisher wasn't particular who he got his hands on, Bobchick or Doyle. Well, as it turns out, Bobchick doesn't have the belt, so now he wants Doyle.
Yeah. He just wants, like you said, he wants to wear some belts. Will he get it now? No, he won't. Just a 2 count.
Just a 2 count by referee Huck.
And I know a wrestling columnist that the Punisher wasn't too unashamed to get his hands on.
Now, Doyle was not the only one that the Punisher bloodied in Fraser last year, wrestling fans. 4 minutes remain in this match. 4 minutes left in the time limit. Punisher, oh, a big slam. And we get a 2 count by the referee, but Doyle was able to get the shoulder back up again. And actually, I think the referee was in excellent position to count that fall, even though he got in between the wrestlers and the ropes. He had to see if the shoulder was okay. Oh, now he's got him up again and brings him down in a shoulder breaker. Working on that injured. Oh, and Doyle's hurt. Doyle is hurt big time.
Get up, baby, get up.
Doyle is in a world of hurt. That shoulder has been bothering him ever since he missed that move earlier. Punisher is up on the top. This is his finishing move. It's a flying line. No, he catches the referee. He catches the referee. The ref is down. Punisher working over Doyle. The ref is out. Big pile driver. Oh, and Doyle is jammed. His head cracked. Wait, what's going on? Commissioner, what's the deal?
The deal is that the referee was knocked out. There are high stakes involved in this match, and the winner and new champion, the Punisher.
Fans, with our 2-time top tag team winners, the Riot Squad, injured for most of 1993, the Anthony brothers were unseated as the top tag team in MCW for 1993 by the new duo of Hot Paradise, who edged Canadian Lightning 217 to 214 with 529 votes cast in this category. Let's look at Hot Paradise in action.
Good counter. Hot body was set, but the super key adjusted. And there's a burrito-type maneuver, even though these guys are from the Orient. A 2 count, and Hot body kicks out.
That's what makes these guys international wrestling stars.
There's a clothesline. Takes him down. Tag. And in comes the apparently popular Johnny Paradise.
Hey, pound for pound, he is one of the best wrestlers in Motor City Wrestling. I don't like a lot of the things he does, but I got to give him his due. He is a tremendous wrestler.
You will see, by the way, at LaSalle, both of these gentlemen, Hot Paradise, in singles action on the Border City Wrestling card.
Real well. He just needs more work. That's right.
Paradise now hangs onto that rope for leverage, but he's choking his man in the process, and the referee tells him to break. He didn't even count. He just told him. 5 minutes into this match, we have 5 minutes remaining. Half of the time limit has expired.
One of the things, Coach, that neither team really has done a great deal of is quick tagging. And usually that comes with experience. When you've worked together with your team, you tag in and out a lot. The guy's always fresh. In both instances here, neither team has been tagging that much.
That was a nice variation of a DDT that took him down. And look at Paradise. He caught the super key knee by surprise, I'm sure.
There was no tag there. Summers just jumped right into the ring. And they're double teaming while Huck is tied up on the outside.
And the commissioner...
There was no tag.
And the commissioner has gone back to the locker room to try and sort out all the craziness we had before. I know he'll be back out here for the title match, but right now, we see in this tag match, the more experienced team is definitely working the referee to their advantage.
Oh, they certainly are. Again, a little bit more of the experience factor for Hot Paradise versus the Super Keys.
Super Key knee comes in, and he's going to interfere because what the heck, they were doing it. Referee Huck tells him to go back. He did, but he made certain that his man was not going to get into a pinfall predicament. Now Hot Body sends Super Key Ichi off the ropes. Super Key #1 caught in a sleeper maneuver.
And this looks like it's going to take its toll on the #1 Super Key. Excellent leverage by Hot Body. He's taking him right down, He's not giving the Super Key a chance to break the maneuver in any way, shape, or form. He's just putting him right on out. And Super Key #2 on the outside is going to have a hard time getting in to break this one up.
Another 3-vote winner in our Motor City Wrestling fan poll, the 1993 MCW Rookie of the Year, Chris Pillon. A 208 to 205 margin over Steve Nixon, 485 ballots cast, the rest going to Otis Apollo of Canadian Lightning. I suspect the Smooth Movers manager, the Gypsy, of ballot box stuffing. Since he's the Rookie of the Year, we're going to take a look at his very first pro bout. You see the smooth loser on the mat against the Canadian Patriot on April the 24th, 1993 at the LaSalle Centennial Arena with the Gypsy on the outside. And because the Patriot was preoccupied with the Gypsy, the smooth mover was able to get out of that chinlock with referee Pee Wee Moore calling the officiating in this match. Knee lift by this power wrestler and a double axe handle and then an elbow drop by Pillon. Now he's choking the man along the ropes as the Gypsy looks on approvingly, and believe it or not, despite the fact that he's not exactly an up-and-up wrestler, he's a fan favorite in LaSalle because that's the smooth loser's hometown. Pillon and Shinobi, you may remember, got involved through the back door of the recent Midwest Tag Team Tournament. Snaps the neck of the Canadian Patriot, the man who would go on to become his tag team partner under a black mask, the Canadian Destroyer. The Patriot discovered that he couldn't beat Pillon, so he might just as well team with him. Big scoop slam of the big man. Adjusts the knee pad and drops the knee down onto the head of the Canadian Patriot. I suspect that there's something under those tights across the knee. That's why Pillon took the knee pad away. A 2 count by referee Pee Wee Moore at LaSalle. Pillon takes his man and rakes the eyes across the top rope. The Patriot trying to shake some cobwebs out. He gets a punch to the gut, a second one by the Gypsy. Frankly, that's where the padding is, so didn't do much damage. And Pillon continues to choke his man across the second rope as the Gypsy distracts the referee. Just feet away is this illegal move, but Pee Wee, a rookie official, is being outmaneuvered by the veteran manager and the rookie wrestler, Pillon. Punch to the midsection as the Patriot tries to come back, but right to the eyes again goes Pillon. I know he's called Chris Pillon, the smooth mover. I call him Chris Pillon, the smooth loser. I do like the credentials of this young wrestler. I think he's just aligned with the wrong management. Nice clothesline by Pillon. He goes for a casual cover, gets a 2 count, and that indeed is a rookie mistake. He wants Pee Wee to count faster. Pillon should have covered him better. Now he's going to choke his man again. And a Gypsy fires a forearm in from the outside and chokes the Patriot. This is a lethal combination, Pillon and the Gypsy. And now that Pylon's back in singles competition, I look for them to go places in 94. The Patriot goes after the Gypsy. This is a count-out win for Pillon. You see Alan Hogebook on camera, too. The Gypsy grabbing the Patriot. He can't get back in the ring, and so Pillon gets the cheap victory in his pro debut last April in LaSalle. Not necessarily clean, but successful. Now we're going to go to our 1993 MCW Best Bout. Irish Mickey Doyle captured his second consecutive Best Bout award for his bloody title win versus Shinobi, also on April the 24th of 93 in LaSalle, Ontario. This gathered a runaway 760 of the 790 votes cast. That's 96%, sports fans. Irish Mickey Doyle, the Best Bout winner the second straight year.
These guys have been going at it, tooth and nail, hammer and tong, any other cliche you want to use, for over 25 minutes.
Doyle fires back now from the... Look at the blood on Mickey's shoulder. That's all streaming from the forehead. A chair to Shinobi. Now Doyle tosses the chair into the ring and goes back in. Shinobi follows. Doyle's trying to wipe the blood from his eyes so he can see. He's blinded by his own blood. Shinobi's got the chair now. Shinobi measures his man. Misses the chair shot. Ricochet onto the Japanese assassin. Doyle positioning the chair in the middle of the ring. It's the Doyle sit-down pile driver. He's got Shinobi on the chair. Covers his man. Referee 3 more, counts 3, the match is over. Doyle retains the title.
What a crazy finish! A crazy finish. The assassin tried to hit Doyle over the head with the chair. It ricocheted off the ropes, got him back, and Doyle maintains his title belt. There you have it, Coach Kurt announcing to the fans in the arena here, truly a spectacle that they all just witnessed. One of the greatest matches you will ever see. Irish Mickey Doyle maintaining his championship belt. Coach?
29th, he will risk this belt for belt versus the Canadian champion, National Brothers Match. Belt time is 7:30 p.m. There's also the tag title match. We hope to see you back here next month on the 29th. I'm going to check Doyle, Phil. Doyle retains his title. He'll be in a unification match with Denny Cass on the 29th.
Wrestling fans, this is where you should write. This is where you should call if you want Motor City Wrestling to come to your gymnasium to perform a show for your group or organization. Just write MCW at our post office box in Warren, Michigan, or call us on the Motor City Wrestling hotline, area code 313-795-9490. We'll bring the wrestlers, the ring, the officials, the ring announcer, and everything you need to make professional wrestling a fundraising success for your group. Fans, back to the Fan Poll Awards. Another second straight victory was in the fiercest feud competition, Coach Kurt's team versus the Gypsy's Army, polling 404 or 84% of the 481 fan picks in this category. Let's look at some memorable moments.
But I just want to thank you for allowing me to be here. Look, man, there's no cameras rolling. It's just you and me here, okay? Got a studio full of people.
All right.
Oh, gee! Oh! Sucker!
Coach Kurt, Terry Moore, don't get so upset about it. It was a joke. April Fool's Day. Don't you get it?
Match at Jackson Center, Ohio on June the 5th. I want it called off. I want it postponed. I want it delayed. I am not going to be able to wrestle. Look at this.
What happened to you?
Look at this. I've got a broken wrist. I've got a broken finger. This weekend, I'm walking out of a local night spot, me and the newest doll, my baby doll. I'm jumped. I wake up. I see Coach Kurt and that crazy Mad Max Anthony standing over me, laughing hysterically. I go to the hospital. I got a broken wrist. I got a broken finger. I'm not going to be able to wrestle at Jackson Center. You've got to delay this bout. You've got to put it off. I want the 6-man, but I can't do it. I'm not going to be ready to do it.
Quite good enough for 3. Now in the corner, two forearms. 3 forearms by Coach Kurt, really working on the back of the neck of Kanarek. And now, Kanarek gets sent into the arms by, he's playing pinball. They're playing pinball with Kanarek. The arm whip, and Kanarek goes out of the ring. Kanarek goes out of the ring, and yeah, he did touch with the Gypsy. He did touch with the Gypsy. Kanarek's now on the floor. He's injured. The Gypsy now has to square off with Mad Max Anthony, or this match will be a forfeit. The Gypsy must come into the ring against Mad Max Anthony, and Kanarek is hurt. The Gypsy takes the knee to the lower midsection from Mad Max, off the ropes, and a clothesline. Gypsy's been clotheslined by Mad Max, and the tag is on. Here comes Coach Kurt. Coach Kurt is just ecstatic right now with the situation. The Gypsy's been clotheslined. Coach Kurt is signaling it's over for the Gypsy, and he's got the German claw hold on. He's got the claw. His eyes are rolling back. 15 months, count them, 15 months of frustration and anger being vented right now in that claw hold. The Gypsy looks like he's out. We got a 2, 3. That's it. That is it. The Gypsy has been put out by the German claw of Coach Kurt. So your winners of this grudge tag team match are Mad Max Anthony and the coach.
Wait a minute, what the heck's going on here? Look out! What is going on here? What's going on here?
Whoa! The coach got involved. What did I? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What was that all about? Oh, look out! Oh! What is going on with Bobby Lee? Is just pounding.
Here comes Caneric. The whole Gypsy entourage is going to
What is going on?
Max Anthony.
Oh, somebody's got to come help Mad Max. Somebody's got to help him. Somebody has got to come out here and help Mad Max. This is not good.
Come on, Mike, I got a good feeling about tonight.
What the heck?
Gotcha! 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 Coach Kurt, you made the biggest mistake of your life. You conspired with Commissioner Terry Moore to get my Nightmares banned for the tag team tournament, and you weaseled your way in as not only a wrestler with the new Riot Squad, but you kept your job as the commentator. Well, I'll tell you what, not only are you and the new Riot Squad not going to win the tag team tournament, but you're not going to commentate any longer, because how are you going to commentate when you can't see the matches, when your eyes are burned out? Burn, burn, burn! Fire, fire, fire!
As 1993 drew to a conclusion, the Gypsy thought he had the last laugh. Well, Gypsy, that's what you thought in 92 as well. And as we've just seen, you had a few rough spots in 93. And I've warned you, 1994 is not going to be the year of the Gypsy. What happened to Nancy Kerrigan in Detroit? Child's play, considering what's going to happen to the Gypsy in Motor City Wrestling in 1994. Wrestling fans, we hope you'll tune in again next time for the next edition of MCW. You'll see it on CTV 11, beginning Monday, January the 31st. We'll see you then.
Kurt's flying.